Aaron Sampson here with Jeff Strain, founder of Undead Labs. I'm here to take a look at State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition. Alright, so State of Decay, I beat it. I beat it on PC and Xbox 360. What are you guys bringing with the Year 1 Survival Edition that'll get players coming back to table?
Well, a couple things. First of all, the game has been remastered in 1080p, which means that most of the in-game textures have been touched and reauthored. We've substantially polished up and remastered the animations as well. And we've gone through and just smoothed out a lot of the rough edges. A lot of the user interface is refined for both efficiency and understandability. A lot of the just kind of combat mechanics have been refined. There's a new unarmed combat mode. Overall, it's, our goal is to just make this the definitive State of Decay experience and take advantage of the new hardware we have on Xbox One to be able to do that. And you will find, because the Xbox One is faster hardware and we're able to draw faster, we can now increase the speed of the vehicle so that you get more of a feeling of being in a sports car.
So you're basically going to make me more dangerous to myself, right?
I am going to make you more dangerous to yourself.
Because I remember driving around this game in a muscle car feeling great for about an hour. And
then you flipped it.
I flipped it and went into a zombie horde and lost the character.
Yeah, exactly. We want to do more though, and so we have taken the opportunity to add tons of new vehicles. This is one of them. A lot of them are kind of more fun takes on vehicles than a lot of the more kind of baseline cars we had in the first. New weapons. There is a new playable character, which I believe you can see right here. She is available as a special unlock for customers of the game who played on Xbox or PC the first round, and they will get a unique code to be able to unlock her for Year 1 Survival Edition. She comes with some unique items and weapons that only she has access to, and some other kind of surprises that players will experience when they play as her.
Can she die like other characters in the game?
Absolutely. It wouldn't be a State of Decay game if you couldn't die.
So the Year 1 Survival Edition comes with the core game, comes with Lifeline?
Yeah, we're bundling the original game along with the Lifeline and Breakdown add-ons. Like I said, our goal is to make this the definitive State of Decay experience. So both of those add-ons really expanded the game in unique ways. Breakdown took the simulation of the original game and kind of turned that into a how long can you survive type of mechanism, where it's just more of a pure sandbox environment. Whereas Lifeline went the opposite route and made it more of a directed narrative experience. You're part of the last remnants of the U.S. military trying to get high impact or very important NPCs out of the area, doctors and scientists and people who the government thinks can help figure out what's going on.
Yeah, so that was kind of State of Decay in reverse, right? Instead of starting as a survivor and building your arsenal, you started as a soldier with a heavy arsenal and slowly got whittled down over time by the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. And you can really look at Lifeline and Breakdown as kind of endpoints along a spectrum, with the original game somewhere in the middle. And that's what we want to do with this game. We really love the simulation aspects. We really love the kind of open world sandbox. But there has to be context. There has to be meaning. So the story that we inject into it is just enough to kind of keep you understanding what your place in the world is and what you're trying to accomplish, and a vehicle to introduce unique and interesting characters into the mix as well. There are new characters that you'll meet here in Year 1 Survival Edition, and one of the things that we've done is take a lot of those really compelling and interesting characters from Lifeline, like Lieutenant Kelly Etheridge, and make them playable characters here in Breakdown, so that you have the opportunity to play as those people as well.
Now, you also said you tweaked the interface a little bit. I remember the first time I played State of Decay, it was like a third-person action game for the first like 2 hours, and then I realized I was doing it completely wrong.
That's right.
And I was actually supposed to be playing more of a sim, like take care of all of my people kind of game.
That's right.
What have you guys done to the interface to help people kind of ease into the transition between the first person they play with and the whole camp that they then have to, help after that?
Right, well, the first thing we did was we pushed a lot of the role-playing attributes of your character onto that first page of the UI. So when you first open it up, you're going to see everything about your character. And we used to actually mix in a lot of other things on this first page from your community. So it wasn't really clear what you were looking at, but now it's very clear when you open this up. This is me, this is my inventory, and these are my attributes that I can level over time. We make that very clear. And then on the following tab, we group everything you need to manage your community, including who your fellow survivors are, what their status is, whether they're away or at home, whether they're sick, how much they trust you. And then we put, of course, all your base management things, because that's the thing you discover last and that you really need to master last. But a lot of it is just kind of the flow of the interface, the discoverability of the interface, and kind of making sure that it works intuitively. We really did a lot of usability testing and kind of looked at where people were getting tripped up on that, and we're able to go make some pretty substantial enhancements to that.
Who is stealing all of the stuff from the locker?
Exactly, right. This is another new vehicle. Players of the original game may remember Little Piggy Towing down in the city of Marshall. There was a billboard and a junkyard, and the truck was up on the billboard, and everybody always looked up at that and wished, oh man, it'd be awesome if I could drive that truck. Well, here it is. You can now drive it. And there's lots of little surprises like this sprinkled throughout the game for players of the original as well.
Seems like you're taking a little bit more whimsical approach to it.
I think there is, State of Decay is it's a core game for core gamers. It's hard, right? I mean, it's a sophisticated game. There's a lot to learn, and it's rewarding in that depth. But it's not for kind of somebody looking for a solitaire experience. And what we wanted to do was have a little bit of fun, reward the players that had been with us from the beginning, add a few more of these whimsical elements that cause you to laugh and smile, but still retain that core of this is a survival simulation. Other things we brought in, we had Jesper Kidd, the composer who did all the music for the State of Decay series, come back, do 30 minutes more of original music for this. We have new kind of threat mechanics that ramp the music up as your threat increases. So it's not only just pleasant to listen to, but it also gives you a play cue to know, hey, zombies have spotted me, or maybe there's a lot of them in the area, or maybe I'm getting weak and I need to go home and rest and switch out for another character. The music helps you understand that now and helps convey that to you.
So I have to ask the question, community's most requested was still co-op. I think this game screamed for it. Yeah. Where are you guys at on co-op?
So this game is, like I said, the definitive edition of the original game. This game is a single-player game. Proudly a single-player game, but we've also said, and we still stand by this, that the future, the multiplayer is at the heart of the future of State of Decay. And we have as we announced earlier last year, a long-term partnership with Microsoft to continue to work within this IP, and you can be assured that multiplayer is at the center of our minds, for whatever comes next.
Awesome. Well, thank you for talking to us about State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition. Can you let the folks at home know when this can be available and what platforms? Yep.
You will be able to play State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition on April 28th. And the price is $29.99 US and Euro, and $19.99 Great British Pounds. Existing customers who bought it for Xbox 360 or on Steam will get a 33% discount on that, and access to the special character here that's just for them. That is Xbox One and PC Steam.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.